Hey Ben, it's nice to see you since we enjoyed some tasty In-N-Out burgers at All-Star break. And I guess my first question will be about somebody who isn't doing a bad job, unlike Felton, LaMarcus Aldridge. If he misses another All-Star game or doesn't make the cut, is that a crime against humanity? A crime perpetuated on humanity by humanity? Like how bad is this if this happens?
Oh, he's in. I mean, it's politics, and they figured it out. Last year, they did this really rinky-dink passport holder, like send LA to LA, like travel themed All-Star campaign, which got absolutely no love. This year they stepped it up. They got the Beats by Dre headphones with his initials on the side for all the coaches and all the national media members. So you could tell, they've already figured out the politics side of it. He'll be in. And Nate's been campaigning for him, and they made such an outrage about it last year that even though it's an extremely deep position, there's no way he's getting snubbed this year. They've also ensured they've done some stat padding too. I mean, up in Toronto in a game that they were winning, and even last night, I mean, they're making sure he's in the top 10 for points, so his statistical case is sort of unblemished, and I don't see any possible way that he's not in there. If he is, and I wasn't thinking that last year either. I didn't think that he was a surefire All-Star. I thought he should have been in, but I didn't know if he was going to be selected. But it's a political process, and you hear from the coaches around the league, even a Stan Van Gundy or a Paul Silas, some of these guys who have come through Portland. I mean, the respect that they show to LaMarcus Aldridge makes it clear to me he's going to get picked.
Well, I mean, you heard it here first. I'm comforted to know that. I'm wondering if something that helps his case is defense something that helps his case because he's bigger than guys like Blake Griffin and Kevin Love. At the same time, he's not especially athletic or fast. Do you think that he's a plus defensive player in your estimation?
Yeah, definitely. And I think that he benefits from having Marcus Camby, playing that two-man defensive game. They do very well together, and they have a very good synergy there. But he's very versatile. I like how he plays the pick and rolls. He can step out. He's very long. He can test shots. I think people have gotten on him in the past about some of his rebounding numbers, and it's tricky to get big numbers when you are next to Camby, given some of the rebounding totals he puts out there on a regular basis. But I think he can defend a lot of different kinds of players. There's some guys, who tend to give him a little bit of trouble. But for the most part, if you don't have two scores, it's going to be hard for you to score against Portland with, the personnel that they have. So I certainly would consider him a plus defender, and I'd consider him, I think he's a much better defender than some of the, either Griffin or Love, if those are the comparisons. I think he's among the elite Western forwards. He's certainly up there. Did I lose you guys?
Died.
No, we can see you.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll jump in. Hey, Ben, how you doing?
Good, Zach. How's it going?
Excellent. I've got some awkward rapid fire questions for you. First off, marry, sleep with, kill. Isaiah Ryder, Bonzi Wells, Rod Strickland.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Marry, sleep, or kill. Okay, so, I mean, you said, was J.R. Ryder one of them?
Yes.
Okay, J.R. Ryder, I'm going to have to kill him because he's in prison. I can't be sleeping or conjugal visits and one of those like prison marriages. That can't be me. So, and then in terms of Rod Strickland, I think he's, probably a cut above the other two guys, so I'll marry him. And then I guess that leaves Bonzi Wells as my one-night stand. I don't even know what that means, but that's my logic. That's my logic.
Who has the better crossover? Brandon Roy in his prime or Jamal Crawford?
Totally different crossovers, and I'll give it to Crawford. I think his is more of a traditional crossover, and what I like about Brandon was that he's not crossing over to embarrass you. He's crossing over to very calculatingly create space for his jumper, and I loved his mid-range game. I mean, it's just absolute joy to watch. So I'll give it to Crawford on sort of a technicality.
Who do you love more, Robert Pack or Terry Porter? There's only one right answer here, by the way.
Okay, well, you're gonna say Robert Pack, but I'm actually I'm in the bag for Terry Porter. I ran an entire summer campaign to try to get his jersey retired. I came up with an entire jersey retirement formula to justify his jersey getting retired. He's a guy that I grew up watching when I was a little kid, and to put into words how much a guy like Terry Porter and Clyde Drexler meant to the city of Portland in 1991, 1992, it's like impossible. I mean, those guys are a living legend. So I'll go TP.
Who do you love more in, let's just say, an existential sense? LaMarcus Aldridge or Rasheed Wallace?
Honestly, I go with Rasheed Wallace. I've been covering Aldridge for about 4 years now. I'm still waiting for a legitimately funny joke to come out of his post-game press conferences, and Rasheed was never lacking there. And again, kind of selfish from a writer's standpoint, but I'll go Sheed.
All right, my last one for you. Trying to make it as difficult as possible for you. Marry, sleep with, kill. Clifford Robertson, Jerome Kersey, Stacey Augmon.
Oof. Well, I think Uncle Cliffy and Jerome Kersey, No Mercy Kersey, are certainly the top 2 candidates. So I think we can go ahead and kill Stacey Augmon, Plastic Man. In terms of who I really want to settle down with, Uncle Cliffy is more familial, so I guess I got to go with Uncle Cliffy. But Jerome Kersey, it's funny. I actually walk around my neighborhood, and one time I was walking, to work out, and I walked right by Jerome Kersey. So maybe that's, I don't know, maybe that's something. He should get like some bonus points for randomly like walking down the sidewalk in front of me.
He's
so
trying.
This
He's
is
trying
how
to let
Portland
you
is, by
notice
the way.
him.
What's that?
Wait, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
I have a quick question. If you want to marry Uncle Cliffy, is that incest?
I guess that would be, but Portland is incestuous. I mean, we're the biggest fish bowl of all time. Everybody knows everybody. All the players know everybody. So I think that's just par for the course around here. I don't know. This conversation was not what I was expecting.
You have it.
No.
Well, hopefully you'll be just as unprepared and charming next time when we have you on, man. This was great.
Oh, anytime, guys. You guys do great work. Ethan, thanks for name dropping me. I'm glad we're not driving around with Rohan lost. And Zach, it's good to see you as well. And Beckley, nice to meet you. So take care, guys.
All right, take it easy, Ben.